Uh, so if you watched Inspired Ink the other night, I did the Spilding intro, and tonight I
Really?
did this. Yeah, yeah. And tonight I did the. I guess I didn't switch it over on StreamYard. StreamYard had a bunch of updates recently, as we were just finding out when we logged in. Um, so yeah, crazy. Hi, welcome back to Comics Spring's live drawing show, Spilled Ink, where we're spilling the ink and spilling the tea. And of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blocksdorf. Super hyped to be here tonight. I'm working on my This Comic Kills Fascist piece. We have there's so much cool stuff to talk about. I have a lot of questions for some people too. But let's get the show rolling and get to drawing for a bit with my amazing, fantastic, what is that? 38, 328 panel page. What are you doing, Max?
365 panels on an 18 by 24 page.
You
Yeah.
used a ruler, right? Like, I mean, you just didn't like
No,
freehand.
yeah. There's a lot of math that went into this.
Okay, all right. I'm curious about that. We gotta talk about that math.
You want to
And
talk
you
about
know,
it, man? It's boring.
well, we got to learn,
All
because
right.
I'm curious, like how you kind of just based it off. And you know what? Just real quick, we'll say hi to everyone in the chat. We got William, we got Roman, we got Saboteur, we got Victor. Hello, thanks for tuning in. Anyone else that's watching, feel free to say hi, ask some questions. Jump in, start some convo with us. And with us are two amazing returning guests from last week. I'm super hyped. We'll kick it off with Eric Shane from Future Vision Comics with the greatest pitch I've heard all year. Eric, take it away.
What's up? You want to hear the pitch again?
I want to hear the pitch. You got each other. It's still running, right? The Kickstarter's still running, right?
Oh yeah, it's got like I think like maybe about 15 more days left. I think something like that.
Okay, nice.
So it's got a solid 2 weeks or a little bit over 2 weeks. So the great pitch of the century. Uh, so uh, right now our current campaign that's running on Kickstarter, it's a book called Baron Templar versus Dracula. So Baron Templar is a character that my company, Future Vision Comics, created. He's like a cross between Indiana Jones and Doctor Strange, with like some King Arthur elements thrown in and some Star Wars elements thrown in. It's very classic Marvel and DC, like back from the 60s, 70s era. And the current book is him versus Count Dracula. So when people ask me, "Oh, what's Baron Templar versus Dracula about?" I'm like, it's basically that. It's our character fighting Count Dracula. I wish there
Yeah,
was more
that's
to it.
it. Kind of makes you realize like every single versus Dracula thing is just that. You're just like, Batman versus Dracula. You're just like, what more is it about? It's Batman versus
it's
Dracula. That's what
it's
you're
exactly what the title says.
What more do you need, right?
thinking. Dude, I'm so hooked that you're hanging out with us again this evening. It was so great hanging out with you guys in Baltimore. I wish we got to hang more, but next con for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, of
but
course.
yeah, super hyped to see what you're working on. Or what are you working on tonight?
I'm actually working on a page for Baron Templar number 4.
Ooh,
Right now, I'm trying to figure out fisheye lens.
oh, that's
So
fun.
that's what this blob is on the page right now.
Nice, nice. And then we have a Bob Little over here working on I see some Avalon pages.
You bet.
Hyped to see that.
You bet. Yeah, this is I actually started inking this page last time, so let's see how far I could get today.
Um, Dude, that's really exciting. I was telling Alex about it. He's so hyped about the progress on that. It's always crazy getting progress on a book. Like, there's such a weird like lull period when you're doing a comic, where it feels like it's dragging out forever, and then all of a sudden, like it just like ramps out of nowhere, and you're just like, I can't believe it's just like it just starts, snowballing down there. Hey, we have Ian Siegel hanging out with us tonight too. What up, Ian? What do you think is like the longest part of the process when making a book that you guys feel is like the lull part? Like, I guess the work that kind of drags.
Yeah, like I hit snags every once in a while. Like I'll go through like
moments where like I'll like get 3 or 4 pages like pretty quickly, and then it's kind of like life gets in the way a little bit, and you gotta take care of some things, and then you come back to it. But yeah, sometimes you lose a little bit of momentum. I do like personally. I find the penciling always takes the longest for me.
Yeah, for sure. It's the penciling.
Yeah.
Layouts are like quick but difficult, like it takes a lot of brain power to do layouts. But yeah, kind of transferring those layouts to the page and figuring out exactly how everything is going to look, it just takes forever.
Dude, it does. That's where I'm at right now, and it drives me crazy. I hate penciling unspilled ink. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause I'm never happy with my pencils, or I'm just really slow at them. I feel like I haven't made progress. It takes so much focus.
Yeah, and it's not for the faint of heart either. Like doing it like on a live stream, I imagine as well.
It
I find that inking is like, you kind of already have your line set. You know where you're going.
yeah, you kind of have fun. You know what I mean? Like even if
Yeah.
you're, but like I gotta think. Like when I'm doing pencils, like I gotta think.
Yeah.
I could tell whenever I'm doing pencils and I'm talking to you guys, there's a lot more of, well, so tell me, get that, uh, you know, like it's so hard for me to get like a point across sometimes. Um, but that I guess that's just one of those things that it's training just over and over. You're just like lifting the weights and hoping that you could eventually get good at it. I've definitely gotten better for sure. Like I could do more creative pencils now than I could like a year ago doing the show.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. A lot to be said for practice and just staying true to your schedule and all that.
I guess it's that habit part too. Like my brain kicks on, knowing to be like, all right, it's 6:37. This is focus time.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab a fill pen.
Cool.
I gotta find the script. Forgot what Eric wanted here. Now I gotta like read a script. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting working like doing pages off of someone. Like we're doing like a Batman Year One homage on these pages. So I kind of wanted to do that so I have something to like riff off of a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we're using Captain Apollo instead of Batman, and we're like he's like breaking into the White House and everything. It's pretty great. I love it. But it's interesting working off of someone's script. You guys especially like being more artists than writers, I suppose, in a sense. How do you guys working off of how well, especially you, Eric? See, I'm fucking doing pencils, dude. This is where I'm at. Uh Working with your brother, how do you guys do your scripting and storytelling process?
Well, for the most part, he'll come up with an idea, he'll write the script, and then he'll send it to me. I'll read it, I'll edit it, I'll go page by page, panel by panel. Most of the time, I mean, we kind of think the same a little bit. So, like, if I have like an issue or with something, he's already kind of knew about it and already had fixed it before it got to me, that kind of thing. And then we'll get together after I edit it. And we do have an editor. He lives in Virginia.
Yeah.
His name's Hanesi. Shout out to him. He edits the book too, and then we like get on like a phone call and we all like talk about it. And then once like any changes that have to be made are made, then either I by myself will just do like all like the thumbnails and the layouts of the pages, or sometimes my brother will help me with it, like in case he has a certain idea of what he wants on a certain page. Like if he has a certain image in his head, at least he can tell me and I can try to get close to it. I try to do that within a day, maybe a day and a half, and then the next day, like after that, I'll plot all my perspective grids, so I know where all my perspective is on all my panels. Make sure everything's correct before I go to pencil. I do all that digitally on my iPad, And then once that's good and I'm happy with it, I'm happy with the flow and everything, then I'll go to a pencil and then I'll just basically just copy what I did on the pad onto paper. And I found that's like the quickest way for me at least to do that. And usually if I do that, I'm able to get like maybe like, between like 2 or 3 pencil pages done a day because I don't have to think too much. All the thinking and all the problem solving was kind of already worked out. And all I got to do is basically just copy what I did and just make it and just like clean it up a little bit and make it a little bit more detailed. That's basically it.
And what are
Sounds
you
a whole
talking about, like
process.
hours wise? Are you doing this full time, or
Right
are
now
you?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Yep.
sick. That's
So
cool,
you're,
dude.
how long do you think it takes to do a page? I know you do it in chunks, but like, on average, penciling a page is like 2-3 hours.
I would say about that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not very like I'm not a very realistic artist in terms of like faces and people and background stuff. I'm very like I like the cartoony style, so I don't like that kind of saves me time too. As long as, the emotion and the energy and all that stuff that I want to convey is there, I'm happy with it. So so I'm not sitting there trying to make sure every little thing is correct. I just try to make sure it overall looks good, and then I'll just go from there. So that's kind of why it takes me a little quicker too. It'll be a long time to figure that out because I wanted to be a good artist, but I guess that ain't going to be the case.
Now, do your stuff rips, man? You gotta give yourself more credit, dude. You have a lot going on in those panels, man. Um,
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. I do a lot of
dude,
trickery in those panels.
Astro Alliance is freaking insane. The book is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Um,
proud of that one. Thank you.
yeah, dude, that fucking kills. Like, I'm genuinely excited for the next issue. Like, that's a book where I was like, it just felt so. I don't know when you read God, I'm forgetting. Not so much like just 2000 AD, but stuff in that spectrum. What are those other publications? Or I have an entire
Well,
trade of that stuff.
it's very like unintentionally,
Future
inspired by
shocks.
like heavy. What'd you say?
Future shocks. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, heavy metal,
Or
future
like
shocks.
I was just gonna say that's what I was gonna drive at was heavy metal, like the old like cartoon and all that stuff in the magazine, like that kind of, which was intentional, but after looking back at it, I can see like it was must have been subconsciously like in the back of my brain while I was designing some stuff for that. But I'm happy with that book. I'm happy with all the books, but that one, I think that one came out really well. But I appreciate the kind words, and that's the script that my brother's currently writing right now. Actually, is for issue 2 of Actual
Sick.
Lines. That's going to come out after
Sick.
Brand Tubman #4, and right now I'm on page 10 of Brand Tubman #4, so that should be coming out soon. So Actual Lines shouldn't be too far behind that, at least by the beginning
Okay,
of the
cool.
year of 2026, I would imagine.
So how do you plan your Kickstarters? How do you guys go about mapping things out to not overwhelm people, but also make sure you're getting your stuff out there? Like,
Well, we try to like we first of all we make the book first. We finish the book, and all you have to do is just print it. So we don't like. I know some people on Kickstarter. I'm not, and this is not a diss to anybody, of course. I know everyone has their own different ways of doing things, but I've seen a lot of people go on Kickstarter and like have a book up for like 3 years, and then like
oh,
everyone puts the money in now, and then like they never get the book. Oh, it's like half done, or it's and I understand some people have legitimate reasons for that, but some people I know, are like, I guess viewed as scams in a sense. But we don't do that. We try to go, finish the book, then put up the Kickstarter, and we let everyone know that like when you're ordering the book off Kickstarter, it's basically you're just ordering a copy, so we know how many to print. Is it to actually fund the actual like half the time we actually order the books ahead of time and we just have them in our house. Then we do the Kickstarter, so we already have the books printed and all that stuff, and we just wait, the 30 days, and then when it's over, then we just ship them. And if we have to print more, then we'll order more if more people order. But that's basically how we go about it. So basically, like every 3 months, a Kickstarter will go up.
nice. We're trying to do every 2 months next year because we put out like 20 titles this year. We found out when we looked at the numbers.
Wow.
That was a lot. uh, no wonder. So we just finished we just finished our last Kickstarter for the year today. I'm so happy, dude. I want to cry.
What? You don't have another one lined up? Come on, you're slacking.
Dude, not till January. No, it's yeah, we onboarded a lot of people this year and a lot of stuff happened. We had well, like not all of them were Kickstarters either, but
Right.
we just had a lot happened, which is great. I mean, it's just so much, but also we realized like not a lot got the proper attention. Sales probably weren't locked in as well as they could have been. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
there's things that get missed out on when you do stuff like that. Uh, Granted, we'll make sure they somehow get their fair due at some point and put some extra marketing. But next year we're just doing bi-monthly. We're kind of just putting out 6 big titles, and I think all of them will kick ass on crowdfundings. But I don't know. It's hard to. We're trying to figure out, how do you drive people to your website? How do you train people to maybe start pre-ordering on your website versus like a crowdfunding? Is there a crowdfunding platform that's out there that's actually like could help you? I was learning a
Right.
lot about comics.one, and they actually help you a lot with marketing. Kind of like what CWS tries to do, which we're going to do a lot more of. I'm so excited. We have crazy good stuff happening. But like how we try to like at least help boost your campaigns and do stuff like that. Comics.one provides you some marketing material. So it's like, all right, if you take 10%, but you're also helping me market this book and promote it and get it out there, okay. Like that makes sense. But the Kickstarter method still kind of like, do you
A
need
little wonky.
that 10%? Yeah. Like,
No,
what
I
do you
get you.
really like? Yeah. So I don't know, or like, using your website, how do you drive people to your website to start pre-ordering? How do you develop your audience to that point?
Right. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, we tried doing like an email list because we go through GoDaddy, so we have like an email that we could use with that.
Okay.
We went through that, and every time we go to a convention, or whatever, we hand them like flyers. Anytime somebody buys something or just comes to the stand, we tell them like, "Hey, we got an email list and all that stuff," but nobody ever does it. They never sign up. So it's like every time you think of something to try to boost your sales or boost traffic, it feels like nobody wants to play ball with you. So it's tough.
Yeah. I guess it's just more of you just keep doing it until it sticks.
Yeah, you got it.
You know.
You can't give up, but it's not a walk in the park.
Well, that makes me feel better because I'm for once. But I guess not that there's oversaturation, but there's just a lot out there. Like,
Oh, every one of their grandmothers making a comic.
um, home slice, AJ who does like Elf with No Name and um Magic Powder. That dude has a Discord channel, and I
Jeff,
was like, Jeff,
Jeff
yeah,
Schiller. I think
Jeff Schiller, yeah, yeah. Um, his Discord's really cool, and I realize how much they promote and how much traction he gets on there, and I'm like, dang, like, I think that's going to be what I mean. Apollo's about to open up our own Discord channel, and I'm using that as like a study, so that when CWS launches a Discord, I know how to like manage it a bit more and see what works and whatnot. But like, I think that's probably like the next best step next to newsletter, I would say.
Do you guys have a Reddit
Newsletters are
page?
rough. Yeah, I mean, my Reddit I use is the Apollo one, so I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was like my next effort. I was like going through different Reddit pages. I'm on the Global Comics one, the a bunch of like indie ones, like comics ones and stuff like that. But they have like weird rules of like, oh, you have to be like a member for like a month and stuff. And I'm like, really? Stuff's annoying.
Yeah, that's a whole thing too. Reddit's a really good avenue, but it's hard to promote. You have to
Yeah,
create conversation there.
like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to people.
I feel that.
I'm only kidding, by the way. I'm kidding.
No, no, yeah, it's you're kind of brought into these avenues of Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, but now they're like the overpacked ones. So now we're trying to invade new lands to find some audience. I mean, LinkedIn too. People, I don't think creators realize how good LinkedIn is as a resource, and that's where industry people are. That's where a lot of the comics community is. And it's actually kind of solid in that sense, where you could get things out there and thoughts and promote stuff really well.
Really, you could promote on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh, I had no idea.
most major corporations do. Yeah, and that's
Really?
all, especially like B2B stuff. Yeah,
Yep,
for
it's all B2B, yeah. And we're B2B.
Oh,
Like people, I think creators forget that too. I mean, especially Future Vision Comics. Like that's a business. Like Apollo, that's your storefront. Whenever you table,
Yeah,
that's
that's
your
true.
little pop-up shop. That's your exclusive, like your upcoming restaurant that hasn't got a brick and mortar yet. You know what I mean? Like that's that's the way to think about it.
Because I always thought LinkedIn was just like to hire people, like looking for jobs and stuff, and put up job lists. I didn't know you could promote.
Oh
Yeah,
no, it's an
it's a
entire
lot.
social platform.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I got to look into that because I had no clue. No clue whatsoever about that.
You'll that's how I mean that's where I've met a lot of industry people, and then you start meeting them at cons, and that's where you discover who the people you don't see front facing probably are, like in the books,
Right.
like we all
Right.
know what Scott Snyder looks like, but we don't know what all the editors look like, like
Right. Right. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look into that because like I said, I had no clue. So that might change some stuff. Who knows?
Roman here says, I'm never done networking. It's using what you know with the stuff and people you have is what always works. Yeah, you have to really, just getting to know people, introduce, get people to know what you do. They'll think of you when opportunities come,
Right.
You have to just go out there. Honestly, my interview with Lance Lucero this past week on Inspired Inc., we talked a lot about um the importance of networking and how to ensure just that's how he got into his local Barnes and Noble, and he has signings there all the time that do really well.
Wow.
He has his book, he has his trade, and they carry it there. He talked to the manager, it looks professional, it's legit, and he set up signings and he does little events there all the time. So your
Oh,
book's a
wow.
million, stuff like that. Yeah, check it out. It was a good episode. It was a really good episode. That one and the home slice Jonathan Hendricks one. We talked a lot about crowdfunding. I learned a lot from that one. So those two I would really recommend for a lot of good insight. And having some really good guests on Inspired Inc.
Yeah, I gotta check that stuff out because that could change. Like I said, that could be a game changer.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Sorry, I just stopped drawing to talk about all that, dude. I was just doing bush lines.
Oh, Brandon, I wanted to ask you since you mentioned it last week. Do you still play bass at all?
Dude, I actually just picked up my bass again today for a little bit. I missed it. Yeah. I not as frequent. I was playing a lot more at the beginning of this year than I do now. But I actually just messaged Eric Allred. I was like, dude, you guys start making drum tracks and send them to me, and I want to start making music again.
I did a bass battle with
Yeah,
you
I
earlier
hear.
this year, right?
Yeah, me and Max were having little bass battles. We were
Oh, really?
yeah, we would post songs and challenge each other, tag each other in posts. Because sometimes when I promote a Kickstarter, I'll do a live, but like I talk so much, sometimes I don't feel like doing that. So I'll just like play like a Rancid song or something on Instagram Live. Just it'll just say back my Kickstarter, and it's my promo.
That's great.
It's been
I
a
wanted to ask
while.
you.
Oh, gone. My bad.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna ramble about bass. You're fine. I'll still ramble.
Well, I was gonna ask another bass related question. What do you play? What kind of bass do you have?
Oh, so dude, I haven't broken it out in a while, but like I kind of grew up. My main bass for a while was a Music Man 6-string bongo. I
Ooh.
still have it. It's right here under my little couch in my studio. Um, have you ever heard of a band, The Human Abstract?
Uh, no, it doesn't sound familiar.
Dude, you guys should all listen to The Human Abstract first off. Their first album and the third album are the best, but their first album rips, dude. Like you would love that. It's like it's metal, but it's very classical based too. Like it just
Right.
shreds. But I knew the bassist there, and he actually sold me his bass at one point, and I just thought that was dope. But
That's
right now,
awesome.
I just use a precision P bass special. It has the P bass pickups and the jazz. It's a black and white. I just wanted a 4-string, just something to use and pick up. And I miss having a 5-string. It sucks because like my 6 is just too much for me right now for what I use that bass because I was like in a touring band and shit. So like I wanted a
Yeah.
legit bass, but now it's just like too much and it's huge and heavy. But I miss having like a nice little 5-string to just tear shit up on. That's
Yeah,
ideal for me.
I've attempted to play 6 strings, and I don't know. I think the neck feels too wide for me. I'm very much a 4 string guy. I mean, I don't like 5 strings. 5 strings aren't bad, but 6 strings, I'm like, man. I knew as a bass player you're supposed to have big hands. My hands are pretty big, but they ain't big enough for a 6 string. I'm like, this is awkward.
Dude, mine has my 6-string has a really wide neck, but it's really thin too. So like there's
Right.
that ease of it. Like I was able like I was able to work with it really well. Some riffs were super hard though, because like when you're using your low B and your E, like it was a reach sometimes. But I would also do a lot of
Yeah.
tapping, so it kind of worked when I would tap. Like that helped, that little spacing. Um, I never used a
Now, what
pick on them
actually?
though. That's all
Oh yeah.
finger stuff. Yeah.
I'm primarily finger too. I mean, I started out as pick, and I still play pick from time to time, but I like fingers.
I use a
To
pick
me,
if
it's
I
a
use my
better
four
sound.
string. For sure, my 4-string, I'll use a
Yeah.
pick every so while. But my 6, it was just like I felt like it was forbidden on my 6-string.
It's like you can't play Dream Theater with a pick.
Dude, yes, exactly.
Now, when you said you did tapping, what what like exercises do you do to like practice that? Because I've had trouble with that in the past. Like do like Billy Sheehan stuff or like
Oh man. Actually, I learned a Protest the Hero song, and it helped me
yeah,
a lot. It was and if you just like look up, I mean, it's just if you're doing scales basically, it was very modal. Um, but that helped me a lot. But also, I guess like I don't know what else did I do. If you watch Evan Brewer and check out
right.
some of his riffs, he's really good to study. His first album, it sounds fucking insane, dude. It's gonna be the craziest bass you've ever heard. But like look up some videos and learn one or two of his riffs, and then just kind of like once you figure out, like it makes sense. Like he does it at an insane speed, which like I couldn't even do most of the time. Like, but like if you learn a couple of those riffs, they're gonna like really give you comfortable hand positionings to kind of like
Really?
shape you to understand it. Yeah, it was really weird. Like, um, it's off their first album. I wonder if I could still do this typing version. I bet if I could. Yeah, because it's like getting chords and it's like doing your like your first and third. You're basically like doing power chords.
Right, right.
So like I'm hitting like my 5, 7, and then 9, 11. So it's like my A E. What is this? Is that that's a B, and that's I forget my notes, dude. But yeah, I don't know. That kind of helped me out, and then you're just kind of like, if you just explore, just try to find certain riffs. Trioscapes, they're a really good band to listen to for stuff like that. Trioscapes
Okay.
is it's Dan Briggs from Between the Buried and Me, the bassist from them, and then it's like a drummer and this insane multi-instrumentalist that does like sax and like clarinet and all this cool stuff. But like some of those riffs are really good, the way he does this tapping and everything too, and it's just breaking them down in sections and going slow.
Right.
Like tapping, you just really have to take your time with. It took me a while to really get like the rhythm down because you're using like, I mean, your left hand you're probably going to be accustomed to, but like when you start using like your ring finger and your pinky for things when you tap, that's when you're just like, oh whoa, I'm weak.
It's like, damn, there's no strength in these fingers at all.
Dude, yeah, exactly, man. Um, so yeah, I don't know.
Yo, what?
I just kind of just got those songs and just slowly broke them down. And just I just learned sections of those riffs, and they really help advance my stuff. And then you just kind of doodle, you know?
Yeah. There's one thing I always wanted to learn. Not that it's like something like serious to play. It's kind of, I guess you could consider it kind of jokey, but I don't know if you know who Stu Ham is. He's
Yeah.
like a
Oh
bass
yeah.
player for Joe
Oh yeah.
Satriani and all that. And did
Yeah.
you ever see him do the Peanuts theme
Oh,
on
dude,
bass?
yes. Yeah, that stuff's
I always wanted to
insane.
do that. I always wanted
Oh
to do
yeah.
that. So like, I don't know why, but that just looks cool. I know it's kind of hokey because it's the Peanuts theme, but you're like the
No,
way
it's
he
so much
does it,
fun
the
though.
two.
Like,
Oh man, it's cool as hell.
oh yeah, I studied music for years, so like I'd nerd out on stuff like that. Like I was a music geek for so long, man. So the breaking stuff like that down or was always fun, especially when you find like a bass version of something, you know?
Oh
Um,
yeah.
have you heard of a band called oh man, why am I spacing them out now that I'm yeah, I'll check my Spotify. I'll let you know. But they're like, have you heard of Animals as Leaders?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's essentially like the bass version of them. Um, it's
Nice.
just two bass players and a drummer. When I remember, I'll tell you. But I'm spacing. It starts with an O.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I love bass. Cooler than guitar, right?
Dude, yeah, because you can do
Yeah,
so much
careful with
more.
that.
Yeah.
I knew
It
somebody was gonna say something. Nah,
I don't know.
it's all good.
I think if you know what to do with it, it can be. You know what I mean? Like you could do a
Oh,
lot with it. Um,
those are fighting words now.
well, I mean, you solo bass is such a difficult thing to get down, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Like, like or having it be the stand. That's why I like Trioscape so much. And like um and it's not Opeth, it's Jesus, it's gonna drive me crazy, man. Um bands like that, like an Evan Brewer and everything, because they make bass just like stand out on its own.
Oh yeah.
Um
Well, I think my favorite bass player is Cliff Burton from Metallica because to me,
oh
like,
dude,
you listen to
yeah.
his bass solos and he's playing it like he's playing a guitar. Like, it's crazy. The bends that he's doing and stuff, like,
Oh
you know how
dude,
thick those
yeah.
strings are to bend? You serious? Like, it's crazy.
That uh was it Anesthesia? Pulling Teeth?
Oh,
Dude, I just I
fantastic.
still play that. Like it's the best.
Or the bass solo in Orion. That gives me
Oh,
chills,
so
man.
good. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna find this fucking best. Um, I can't believe I don't remember their name. I listen to them all the time.
They're a new band?
Fairly. I guess in the last like 10 years, yeah, in a sense.
I'm trying to think if I saw any bands that had two bass players. I'm trying to think. I mean, it doesn't sound familiar.
Dude, and they always pop up on all my stuff, and for some reason they're just like not popping up right now. I feel so bad because like I'm just gonna type. But prog music is probably one of my favorite things to like listen to in general. That's what really got me into like wanting to expand as a bass player too. Um,
Right.
the Omythic, there you go. The Omythic. It's these dudes from Australia, and they're amazing, man.
That doesn't
The
sound
Omythic.
familiar. I might have to check them out.
You gotta check them out. You guys, if you like bass stuff, dude, the Omythic is just thumping, man. It is the craziest, coolest bass riffs you'll come across. You'll appreciate the hell out of them.
I'm sure I will. I got to check them out.
I can't believe you guys haven't talked about Primus yet, man.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about slap bass yet. That's a whole
That's true.
category. It took
I
me
like.
years to get into Primus, like to really.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
got me
just
into
gonna say.
Primus? The Chocolate Factory album and that 7 Rainbow album after
Yep.
that.
Uh-huh. That's funny.
And then that's when I got into Primus a lot. Like
I respect Les Claypool as a bass player, but I don't know. They're a little too what's the word? I guess avant-garde, if you want to consider that.
Gotcha.
A
for
little too
casual
much for me.
Bob.
That's like the most polite way of like dissing them, but that's great. Avant-garde. Yeah, I know what you mean. I love Primus, but I have to be in the right mood to listen to them. It's for me. It's all about the drums, man. The drums are insane for Primus.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like, I like My Name Is Mud. I like whatchamacallit, the one that was on Guitar Hero back in the day, John the Fisherman. That song's not bad, but past that, I'm like, it's good. Musicianship's good, but I'm like, that's a little too weird.
Well,
Yeah.
as like a prog fan, dude, you gotta check out that album, The Desaturating 7. That's what it is. Dude, that album like the riffs are so like not insane where it's wild, and it's like, you know how like sometimes like some slap riffs you're just like, how do you even follow that? Like it's just a weird insane rhythm. But like, dude, the Desaturating 7, like the bass lines in there are really great, and they're trippy and like fluid in a really good way.
Yeah.
That's like
that's what I like about Primus, is that like the bass is like pretty like groovy for the most part, and like sounds deceptively simple, but what he's playing is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And what he's able to like the fullness of the bass is also very interesting, you know, because it's more like the guitar is the backup in Primus.
Oh, we lost Eric.
Devastating.
Oh no.
He was like, fuck this Primus stuff. Like,
Yeah. Look at this avant-garde shit.
It's kind of funny because like I went from, you know, like I was a Matt Freeman, Chris Number 2 fan, and so I like, you know, learned to play, and Mark Hoppus. Mark Hoppus was like my first song I ever learned was, you know, What's My Age Again, and so I grew up playing with a pick, and then it wasn't until I got into metal and prog and classical music really that I like switched to using fingers more. 'Cause I had such a hard time, and so even like Metallica songs, where some Metallica songs like are like really hard with a pick. Like I don't even know how you do some of them. Like you can't do some burden stuff with a pick. I don't think it doesn't work out well.
Oh no. Sorry, I got kicked off for a second. My internet crapped out.
Oh, no worries.
But yeah, I
We
agree
thought
with
you
you on
left
the
because of
burn thing.
Primus.
No, no, no. No, I agree with you on the Cliff Burton comment though. Yeah, you can't play Cliff Burton with a pick. It just doesn't work.
It really doesn't. Like he like wrote those songs like with an intention, you know? Like
Yeah.
um
Even though I wish you could play Fight Fire with a pick because that would be like 10 times easier. But
oh yeah.
nope, he's like, no, I'm gonna play with my fingers, like you lunatic.
Well, what got me really good was like, dude, I got, I'm a big Maiden fan too. Steve
Oh,
Harris
I love
rules,
Maiden.
and I songs like Invaders, dude,
Oh, fantastic.
that's an exercise. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, this stuff it's really Steve Harris. I don't know how he can play those bass lines and like run across the stage the way he does.
I don't know, but I gotta ask you a question since you just said you're a Maiden fan. What's your opinion on like the new Iron Maiden albums? If you've heard them, I don't know if you've heard them, but
That's the answer. I let me see what the last Iron Maiden album I listened to that was new. Let's see. I have not heard Senjutsu. I have not heard Total Eclipse. I have not heard Stratigo. I have not heard Writing on the Wall. I have not heard Knights of the Dead. Uh, I have not heard the Book of Souls. So this is 2017.
all right, so you're not missing much.
I think the last one I listened to, I kind of listened to The Final Frontier. That's what, 2010, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Somewhere back in time was probably the last album I listened to. Yep.
All
That's
right,
the
so all
best
right,
of
so
too.
you didn't miss much. Okay.
A Matter of Life and Death, I remember. I listened to that one a lot. That one was like okay too, you
Yeah,
know?
it they got boring. They got really boring, and I hate to say
Yeah.
that as a Maiden fan, but Steve Harris does not make the same bass lines that he did back in the day, and all the
Brave New
songs are
World.
like,
That's their last good album, probably.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Well,
But Dave
dude,
to
even
Death is not
like
terrible.
no, okay. I've heard good
Yeah, I
stuff
don't
from
I
that
don't
one.
hate that one, but
I mean, that's just like Priest, dude. I haven't heard any of their new stuff. The last album I listened to was probably Nostradamus, and that one was
oh, they
cool, but
got
not
way
like
better.
every album. Oh, really?
They got
Oh,
oh my god, you got to listen to. I mean, Redeemer Souls came out after that. That's not bad. The production's a little weird. I'm not a fan of the production, but the songs are not bad. But then Firepower, that one that came after that, and then the last one, Invincible Shield. Oh, friggin', they're on fire, dude. It's phenomenal. They put Iron Maiden to shame.
really? Well, dude, Rob is just the metal
Oh,
god,
his voice is fantastic.
Rob is. Yeah, I'm gonna cry when Rob passes, man. And that dude's still tearing it up, man. Like he's
Oh,
still.
he's fantastic. He's probably my favorite singer.
Yeah, dude. He. You can't really. It's hard to top Rob.
Nah. I mean, Ripper came close, not topping him, but at least he came close to trying to sound like him, but nobody sounds like Rob Halford.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, Maiden like saw them and Kiss like in like a 2 week time span, and it was just like at least I got to see them. It's one of those.
Oh, yeah.
You still get hyped for like Aces High when they open up with that and go crazy.
They, the last time I saw Iron Maiden was, geez, I don't even remember. May have been for the Final Frontier, I think.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh no, I saw him at Book of Soul store. I saw him. Yeah, I saw him. It was Ghost opened up.
That's
that was
cool.
pretty good.
I'm not like a big Ghost fan, but
I like Ghost. They're probably one of the very few newer bands that I actually like.
I think I need to see them live. I think that's what it is. I think there's a band I've got to see live so I can appreciate them because I just can't do it.
They were good live. I mean, I like the studio albums too, but the live they put on a good show. If you like Alice Cooper and Kiss and Iron Maiden and all that stuff, their shows are not really much different. They have the pyro and the explosions and the lights and all that stuff, so they do a good job. I can vouch for them.
Oh. What's like wait? I mean, what's probably one of your favorite concerts you've ever seen? Or what?
You're asking
Okay,
me?
maybe. I guess the whole room. We do a round table. Or maybe who's your favorite band to see live? Yes, that's another question you could answer if you want.
Well, you guys probably wouldn't know a band called Sloan, but it's like a Canadian band. They were huge in Canada during the 90s, and they replay like front to back their very first album. I think it was like last year. I saw it. It was so freaking good. Do you guys know Sloan? You probably don't, do you?
No, I don't
It
know.
doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah.
Look them up though. I feel like I was like you were like into something that you posted one time, and I was like, oh, I'm really shocked that like Bob likes that band. That's really cool. Like I didn't realize you were into that stuff, but I forgot what it was. I wish I could remember.
I'm kind of all over the map. Like I grew up with like all the so-called grunge stuff. So like I love Soundgarden, love the Pumpkins still, Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah, I love the Smashing Pumpkins so much.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, I grew up with all that. And then we had a bunch of like really weird Canadian bands at the time too that I still kind of like. But like Sloan's one of the bigger kind of Canadian rock bands that I really like. I can't even describe their sound a lot. It's not like grunge or anything. Their first album though was released on Sub Pop, which is kind of cool.
Is it kind of like post grunge shoegazy stuff?
Shoegaze. That's
Oh.
the exact word I was trying to look for. It's kind of like that. Yeah, like definitely their first album. It's called Smeared. Yeah, more shoegazy. That's
I like some
cool that you
shoegaze.
pulled that out there. How did you?
Yeah.
What made you guess at that?
I mean, I listen to a lot of different music, so I'm familiar with a lot of grunge era stuff and music movements. Shoegaze was kind of the follow up to grunge, or like a little offshoot of it. But like Death Heaven is great.
Oh yeah.
If we're talking shoegaze, I'm trying to think of some other ones that I kind of will dive into some subgenres every once in a while to like feel it out and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was Death Heaven. I think that's who you posted. I thought maybe I could be wrong, or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I usually when I post songs, like I don't really care about trending music. I'll just put on what I like. I don't remember that one.
So,
I don't know.
I don't know what you posted then. It was something, but it was
Maybe
cool.
I did. I don't know. Like when I draw, like I'll put on like more chill stuff. Like I've been into like Beach House a lot lately.
Oh, dude,
cool,
I
chill
love
vibes
Beach
for
House.
drawing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Damn, I haven't listened to them in a minute. That sounds lovely. That was like 2014, 15, Brandon.
Another really
Dude,
cool show that I saw recently was I think I may even mention it last time we were drawn together, but it was Queen to the Stone Age, the Catacomb show. Maybe I did.
Jet Sick. Love that.
But man, it was awesome. So cool.
Damn. Oh, sorry. Speaking of Beach House, dude, Bloom is a great album. Teen Dream's a great album. Depression Cherry. I remember all these. Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm dive into
Yeah.
this.
So like, yeah. So I'm a big fan of that too. But like, I don't know, it's something about it. It's just peaceful and it's kind of chill vibes for drawing or coloring, whatever you're doing.
Have you ever heard of a band called Tycho?
No, can't say that I have.
You might like them. They're cool. They're kind of good background, good drawing stuff. It's kind of like the little free lo-fi thing. I want to. Me and Eric need to make lo-fi just for the show. I think that'd be fun. Little beats and everything.
Yeah.
Roman says, "This is perfect for Max." He's like, "I've been on a steady diet of doom folk and dark synth for 7 years now." I love that.
I was gonna.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I saw the comment. I didn't say anything, but I was like, "Yep." And I'm like, "That's up my alley."
That's
Trying to think of
the,
what comes.
one of the best shows that I saw was David Bowie during the Dream Tour. Like it's his last
Wow.
tour.
Ooh.
Man, it was a good show. It was so freaking good. And like you kind of got the sense that like if you don't go now, I think that was 2003, but like you never see him again. Maybe I'm wrong on the date, but somewhere around there. But man, that was a wicked show. David Bowie.
That's
I
cool.
swear that guy got better too as he aged.
Yeah, Bowie was something else.
That's insane. I'm jealous of that.
Yeah, like one of those legendary kind of bands, like you guys were mentioning, like Kiss and stuff like that, right? Like for me, also seeing the Police live was really cool.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
you saw the Police? Oh, I love the Police.
Yeah, same here. Like I'm a drummer, so like Stuart Copeland's like one of my
Oh, cool.
biggest
That's
influences.
sick.
That guy is
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
he's great.
Phenomenal.
There's a neat collaboration that he did with Les Claypool actually, and dude from Fish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just speaking of Primus and stuff like that.
I always
Yeah,
felt
it's a
that.
record label, man. Between everybody, we're not doing comics anymore. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always felt that Stuart Copeland would have been a good fit to replace Neil Peart in Rush.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Sorry, which drummer?
Stuart Copeland
Oh,
to replace Neil Peart.
crazy. Yeah.
I think he
The
could
only
definitely
problem
handle
with
it.
Stuart Copeland is that dude never plays the same thing. Like he never
Yeah.
plays it on the same way ever. Like he just seems incapable of it. Crazy, awesome drummer, but yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that would have been really cool to hear.
I saw Paul
Did you
McCartney.
ever-
That was cool.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, he played for like 3 hours.
Which one is this? Sorry.
Paul McCartney.
Oh wow. Yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
amazing.
I think it was back in 2016, 2017 or something like that. And he was really good.
My girlfriend got front row seats to see him because they got like nosebleed seats, and he like upgraded like random people, and she like was selected, and so she got
Oh,
to
that's
see
awesome.
him like up front.
Nice.
Yeah. She said that was the greatest concert she'd ever seen until we saw The Sounds of Animals Fighting earlier this year, which is fucking awesome. Dude, that was like a spiritual experience. Oh, hi, Booby. Jesus Christ, my cat just jumped right in front of my face. Dude, stop chewing on my pen. Stop. You're just fucking ruining my Apple Pencil.
I always wanted to see
Um,
Billy Joel. Anybody see Billy Joel?
No, that'd be cool.
No.
I always wanted to see Billy Joel.
Stop chewing on my pens, dude. Billy Joel would be epic.
And Elton John. I would like to see Elton John too.
Got to see Soundgarden. That was wicked. I can't remember what year it was. But when they got back together for like a brief moment, like the original lineup and everything, Matt Cameron on drums, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I saw Chris Cornell, like pretty much right before he died, in L.A. at the Walt Disney Orchestra Hall, and he did a big acoustic set, in one of the little amphitheaters.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
It was really cool. Yeah, so it's just him and his guitar, and sat down and played whatever.
Man, what a shame. He was such a great singer, dude.
Oh, he was fantastic.
Yeah, I also saw Chester from Linkin Park, Chester Benningfield.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I didn't see Linkin Park. I saw him front for Stone Temple Pilots.
Wicked.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
wow.
cool.
Happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because by this time Weiland was dead, and so Chester hopped on as a replacement, and that was a really cool show.
He did a good job. I was really surprised but like how well he pulled that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love STP. That's
Yeah,
more
they're
the
a great
sound that I
band.
grew up with too. But yeah, love STP. Speaking of bass too, they have like the
Yeah.
grooviest melodic bass. I just love it.
Oh yeah,
The bassist for STP is so funny, man. Watching him play live.
Yeah.
yeah. Doesn't he like hold the bass almost like upright?
Yeah, and he like bobs his head around, and like it's real funny. It's almost like he's in like a weird, funky jazz club or something.
Yeah, he looks like Elvis. He's got like the sunglasses on with the slick back hair.
Yeah, it's real like Americana shit.
yeah, yeah.
Who's a band that you haven't seen that you'd really like to see live, or that you wish you could have seen?
Nirvana.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Dude, I don't know, man. 'Cause well, I guess like I would have loved to see like the Dead lineup of Mayhem, but I would not want to be at one of those shows. And then Napalm Death would be interesting too. But
I would have liked to have seen Black Sabbath with all the original members. That would have been cool.
That's what I was thinking.
That was
I think
cool.
I'm seeing Ozzy would have been just really rad. I never ever got an opportunity.
I saw him.
I saw a
I saw
Black
him-
Sabbath cover band at the fair.
Amazing.
That still
It was
counts.
pretty. It was pretty sick actually. They're called Fat Sabbath.
Oh, you
And-
told me about that. That's right.
Yeah, and they were just like chucking like shirts out into the crowd, and like me and my friends started a pit because we didn't know what else. It was literally just me and my friend pitting, and then like a bunch of 40-year-olds joined in.
That's funny.
And at the time,
Yeah,
I was like 15, I think.
Yeah, I saw him on the Scream tour. It was 2010 or something. I think it was.
Wow.
So I saw him solo, and Rob Halford actually opened up solo.
Oh, his
which
solo
was cool.
stuff. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
His solo
it was when he
albums are
did,
dope, dude.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's when he did Made in Metal. The Halford
Oh,
album
nice,
Made in Metal.
yeah.
It was for that. So
Yeah.
that was cool. So I actually did get to see Ozzy, and then I saw Black Sabbath with Dio, but I never got to see Black Sabbath with Ozzy actually singing. So that's something I would like to see.
Oh, do you get to see Dio though? That'd be great.
That was fantastic. That was with Judas Priest, I think, in like 2000 and I want to say 2005 or something like that.
William said Audio Slave.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Or what's there's another one like Audio Slave. I want to say it's called Mother Love Bone.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that was with like
This is with Eddie Vedder.
that's like pre Pearl Jam, yeah.
Yeah.
That was with the dude who I can't remember. He died like of an overdose or something. I think it.
Oh, that's all of them, man.
Need to be more specific.
You're not really narrowing it down.
Yeah, but that had Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam, Mike McCready, I think. Or is it Jeff Ament, the bass player? Yeah, and then
They did no. Oh,
didn't the dude
What
die?
about Temple
Oh,
of
you're
the
talking about
Dog?
Temple of the Dog.
I'm thinking of
That's
Temple
what
of the
Chris-
Dog.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
with
Mother. Yeah, okay.
Mother Love Bone's a different project, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking of Temple of the Dog.
Well, Temple of the Dog, they made that album to commemorate or like to like honor that dude who died from Mother Love Bone. So there's a connection there. I can't believe I forgot the guy's name.
It's crazy. There was a big chunk of that like 90s kind of 2000s music I just wasn't a part of. Like I just like my dad wasn't into that, and I just like didn't. I really wasn't into a lot of those bands either. And so
I'm
like
into
a
it more
lot
now,
of
I think.
yeah, I think I'd have to be like introduced and like brought into it more
Yeah.
for me to eventually get into them.
You we're almost 10 years apart, right, Brandon?
Yeah, right. I'm
Yeah.
33.
So I mean, I think that's probably why, because right, like my parents were into the '90s stuff,
Yeah, like, and
and
I
so
didn't have like
that's
siblings like
that.
that. Like,
Yeah, that's that 10-year age gap right there.
yeah, dude, I was born into that. So my dad was like, oh, that's where I get my, you know, Hendrix and Kiss and Zeppelin and Judas Priest and all that type of stuff. That's where I get all that from. And like, I didn't like learn about. I learned about punk music because my uncles, and that was like Social D and Rancid and Fishbone and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until I met my best friend Sam in third grade where he was like, "I'm over you listening to Motley Crue and Aerosmith. Listen to these bands." And it was like Sugar Cult and Blink 182 and Sum 41 and Good Charlotte and some of those like that pop punk era that was coming out because of his brother and sister who were like 4 or 5 years older than him giving him music. Roman said Asphyxiation, Chris Cornell. He also said Pigface was probably my top concert experience. Probably Nine Inch Nails and Skinny Puppy are close tie for second. Dude, Nine Inch Nails was amazing when I saw them.
I saw
That
him.
was I saw him like two years ago, and Ilion Rubin was their drummer, and that dude is phenomenal, man.
Yeah, that guy's crazy. They switched drummers, with Foo Fighters. So Josh
Yeah,
Homme,
yeah.
what's his name? Not Josh Homme, that's Queens. But yeah, they
That's
totally made a
yeah.
trade anyway. It's kind of funny.
That's it's kind of insane. It's crazy
Yeah,
because I became a big fan of Ilion because of Angels and Airwaves.
right.
And like once he joined them, they got like really good. Like he like added a whole element to that band.
He's cool too because he plays open-handed. So he looks like he's probably right-handed, but he plays the hi-hats. If this means anything to you, like with his left hand, most drummers that are right-handed will play with their right hand. He comes at the drums in a weird way that not many
Oh wow.
drummers do.
Did
But
not
yeah,
know that.
Josh Freese, that's the drummer. So Josh Freese, and he used to drum for Nails or Nine Inch Nails
Yeah.
for years, but he went to the Foo Fighters for a bit. Yeah, it's like they made this weird swap.
Um yeah, it's really interesting. I wonder what happened behind that. If it was intentional, if it was like some bad blood almost, like it's always something with those.
Yeah, it's
It could
weird.
even just be a change of pace, man. You know.
That's what I was thinking, especially for Ilion. Like I know like he's been with Nine Inch Nails for a while. Like a
And
good
the
while. So,
and the Foo Fighter guys are so chill.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know there was some stuff after like Dave's controversy, but I don't think it would be that significant to like
No.
cause rifts like that. You know what I mean?
Sometimes those drummers too just like to move around. Like Josh Freese, for
Yeah,
sure. That dude loves to play with all kinds of people.
Well, like Travis Barker, man. That guy
dude.
drums
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. Right. So who knows?
Ilion also has like his solo project. He has his um Angels and Airwaves whenever they're active, and then doing Nine Inch Nails. And like Nine Inch Nails also has like a, depending on financial stuff, who can fit their schedule better, you know?
Yeah, that's true as well.
Because that's a big factor for some people. I mean, that's kind of why Circa broke up, basically. Circa Survive. They couldn't like balance out tour stuff because of personal issues and like obligations. So it was hard to like kind of bounce back, and they just called it quits. That's why Anthony does like four other bands now too. Because he's in LS Dunes, his solo stuff, Sounds of Animals Fighting. Uh, I forgot what his like. Oh, fucking whatever. I think that's it now. It was Circa on top of all that.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to, like back when I drummed a lot, like just to play with all different kinds of bands, like someone like Josh Freese. Man, how wicked would that be? You go from one like super powerhouse band to another.
I think it's like the commitment behind. I mean, it's just like doing that as an artist too. You know what I mean? Like, how many projects can you be a part of that you're like? It's just a balance, I guess. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's so many projects that I wish I could be part of that. Yeah, but you have to have the balance, otherwise you kind of burn out, and it's
Would
not
you like
fun.
every project we've like approached you on? We're just like, Bob, would you be down for this? I don't want to overload you, but like, I know, five of us have asked you for a project. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
like with Max too. Max is always like fucking
Yep.
being asked to do stuff, mostly because of me, but that's why Max is on all of my books. I don't do a book without Max.
Max, do you ever say no to stuff?
That's
Yes.
me. That's me.
I have to say no to a lot more stuff now. Yeah.
Except me.
You know, and it's not necessarily even like a time thing anymore. Like it's honestly like just like a mental health thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because if I say yes to a bunch of other people, then my life becomes theirs. You know, and you going? Okay, bye, honey. My life just becomes theirs, and then like I
yeah.
feel like I'm just like owing people stuff all the time, and it's a lot of like pressure that I don't want to deal with. Um, so I'm taking a little bit of time to just like do stuff for me, and then we'll see where that leads.
Was that like a message to Brandon just now?
No. Brandon, Brandon is very respectful of my time. One, two.
He also knows I'm slow. Like he knows he has time between projects. Like
Well, and like he's asking for letters, right? He makes it super easy to do. And like he'll give me everything that I need, and then I can just do it, you know.
Yeah,
And he gives me the flexibility to do what I want to do with it. So Brandon's pretty great to work with on that front. And then
you're right.
like
Brandon's
and
a
then
good-
like and then like design wise too, we've got a pretty similar sense. So
Max is able to like get what I want out of my brain, and I don't even have to say it. Like we vibe so much on style when it comes down to things. Like I don't think I've ever seen something by Max where I was like, no, dude, like that's not the vibe I was going for. It's always like, oh, dude, you did it.
you're like, there it is.
I mean, dude, the Apollo logo. We had just changed the logo and we were going to use it for the publishing, but then Max dished out the spray paint logo, the and it's just it was like everything I wanted because I don't know, it was weird. He just got it, like he just understood, and that's been our logo since then. And we've just done small like color tweaks. You know what I mean? That's how I think Javi added like a little like perk to it. That's about it, you know. But it's the Max like logo that we use for Apollo because it's my favorite thing ever. It has like the vibe of Boxcar Racer and like Blink 182 in it, and I was just
It's
like,
so
this is-
funny though, because I look at it and like I you know, when you draw something and then you come back a year later and you're like, dang, I could have spiced this up a little bit.
yeah. You're
You
like,
know?
what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah, so I sometimes, well, because I look at the logo so much, you know, I'm like, I every once in a while I think about going back and revisiting it and like tweaking it.
That's hilarious. But you know that's only you who thinks that, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like we're our own worst enemies. 'Cause I'm the same way. Like I look back at my old stuff, and it's like, oh man, what was I even doing here?
I actually like a lot of my old pages, you know, I'll find a lot of really interesting stuff in it because it's like it was new to me, right? And so I was exploring and bringing other stuff or like whatever to that page. And so I
Yeah.
find a lot of really interesting stuff and I'm like, oh, I should go back to using that more. But the only thing that like definitely like I cannot go back to is the way I used to do letters. And like the it's more so the like subtle design things that I've just like steadily improved on and haven't gone back on. But the art I almost always enjoy.
I will go back sometimes and hate it, like my old stuff. But I also will go back sometimes and be like, oh man, I was actually better back then at drawing this thing or whatever. It's like the paradox of being an artist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We can be hard on ourselves, I guess.
Well,
Or at
like
least
Oh, yeah.
I am.
like what when I did stage fright for the punk anthology, I was using a lot of like really specific like hatching
Mm-hmm.
and like a lot of like spikiness and like contouring and stuff like that. And I looked back at it recently and I really liked it, and so I started doing a lot more hatching, because after that I found out about like whiteout and like painterly approaches and splatter and how to incorporate all that, right?
Bless
And
you.
so then I went completely the opposite direction of hatching, and everything was like a messy, like a messier style, you know.
Yeah.
And so now I'm going back to some of that cleaner hatching stuff.
It's so weird because I'm in such like a discovery phase still, like of drawing. I think you're always in that probably, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm still trying to figure out how everything works. And I've been doing this for a fucking year. I don't know much more than when I started.
That's about right.
I
I
mean, I mean that was base too, you know what I mean? To kind of circle back into that. But I think my first gosh, dude, my first probably like 4 years of playing bass, like probably 3.5, 4 years, I didn't know what I was doing. And then I really started getting good like my fifth through like 12th year of playing before I kind of just stopped. But I mean, yeah, it's just your first 5 years of something probably gonna suck.
yeah, you know, and you still kind of chase whatever, right? And like I've now developed a bunch of different styles because of like I have a pretty wide range of like artists that I admire, or just like pieces that I admire, you know. So I just have adopted a few different styles, and then it changes and adapts based on what kind of project I'm doing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're like absorbing these different styles, like what are you doing to like kind of get that style down? Like how do you practice, or what do you try to like draw something in their style, or are you like how do you study their stuff?
Um, well, it's probably different now than it used to be. It used to be that yeah, I would just kind of straight copy stuff, you know. Especially more so when I'm like was still learning to draw and doing academic studies, or just like messing around in my bedroom not knowing what I was doing, you know. And then now it's more that I read something or look at something and I kind of know how it's done, right? And so then I'll pick some of that up and try and incorporate it, and then it ends up like I incorporate it badly, and but it's more me than it is that other artist, you know.
Uh-huh.
So like
Yeah.
it's more that like I just have the knowledge to like kind of know what they're doing, or like know the reasoning behind it, and then I will think about that when I'm coming up with a piece, and then I create a weird baby.
Makes sense.
Yep. Same
It's
in
kind of how I
music,
study
right?
stuff.
Same with any kind of musical instrument, you'll steal from all the musicians that you like and eventually becomes your own.
Yeah, you kind of just steal riffs from people, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think once I realized that, that's when it got easier. I think I was always so hard on myself to try to like do something never someone's not done before, or like I can't rip off this too much. Like it's not like anyone will fucking no one's gonna fucking study my baselines and figure that out. I feel like that with art sometimes too. I'm like, man, what if somebody knows I snagged that pose, or like I use that as a reference for this, And I'm
I
just
see
like,
it
I
all the
don't.
time in pro art, man. I'll see like a professional person put out a piece, and I'm like, I've seen that image on whatever on Pinterest or whatever the heck. It's like I know exactly what you're pulling from because I like that image too.
Yeah, that's I had to really come to peace with that. Still probably kind of trying to, but like it's a journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like this piece is very much like Chris Ware, a lot of the background stuff is like the precise technical lines, and the paneling, of course, is the precise technical stuff of Chris Ware. That's a little like pushing on what comics can be. But then like this stuff, like the characters and cartooning of me, is from more of like classic strips, or like generic cartooning, and more old-timey stuff like that. So it's kind of a blend of stuff, and this is like not like if I was drawing a book, like doing pages, this is not the style that it would be in. I'd be using way different tools and equipment, and it'd look a lot different.
I mean, yeah, like this one is a total Batman Year One study. Like I literally have the pages up here I'm looking at as reference for this.
Yeah, it's funny, hey, where we pull all our different references from.
That's so funny, dude. I was at the post office shipping some stuff off, and I was looking at the stamps because I needed to buy Milo stamps for his sticker club that he's doing, and I saw that there was this USPS 250 years of delivering forever stamp sheet, and immediately I was like, I wonder, I think I know that artist, and if I know that artist, I have to get this stamp sheet. And I looked it up, and I was right. It was Chris Ware, and it was so funny that
Cool.
this random cartoonist is doing stuff for the United States Postal Service. That's pretty funny.
Dude, Christopher is super awesome, dude. I didn't realize like how much of his stuff I liked. When you like a certain amount of things, and then you start tracing, like, all right, go, who is this person? You're like, oh, and they did this and this. Oh, I have been a fan.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Ware is behind a lot of like your favorite cartoonists.
Dude, that was me and freaking Mateo, man. I didn't realize Mateo was the artist on Black Science, and literally Black dude, Black Science inspired the broadcast dialogues. That's where that whole like it was a
That's
whole
funny.
thing, and like I've
Yeah,
studied the hell out of that. Like I got the deluxe editions that I hunted down to find, but when they were out of print,
yeah,
like, and
Mateo's
then like
amazing.
I got back like 2 weeks ago, and then I was just like sitting and I was like looking at my books, and I was like, no fucking way, like I was like, I
Mr.
just finished talking to him.
His Mr. Freeze stuff too is so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I didn't realize everything he did. Um, but yeah, it happens. There's still a lot of artists I meet now, or like I'm a fan of them, and I realize I met them previously or interviewed them and didn't really know who they were then either.
There's so much out there, and like I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, that's what's hard to make like a transition from like I guess like having to read a lot of indie books. Like I don't really have time for other stuff then. That's my reading bandwidth at that point, because or I fall behind on my indie stuff for a while. So I made that segment so I could keep on reading indie books.
Yeah, if I'm honest with you, like I really don't. Okay, that's not true. I was reading some random floppies that I had in a box in bed the other day, but I don't remember the last time like I was on like a real like comic reading binge. Like I've been reading like a lot of like underground magazines and newspapers lately.
Right.
That's where my reading material's been.
I feel
Been
that.
more on the game side.
I went on a crazy like comic like comics journal and just like old comic magazines from like Fantagraphics and everything. I have like 2 3 boxes full of like magazines and newspaper stuff from comic book like interviews. I got like really obsessed with them. I haven't read them all, but like I have stacks of that, and I'm like I went through a whole like research phase for a bit.
Yeah, it's so interesting because it's like ephemera from like a totally different market and time.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
and there's still people out there doing it and like have like really great readership and stuff. But it's pretty interesting because it's outside. You know, what's now considered traditional distribution systems.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. You don't really see the magazine stuff like that anymore. Like,
Yeah, but like the independent circulations on some of these things are
yeah.
crazy, dude. There are people sending money orders through the mail to order their magazines, man.
Yeah, I love that. It's something that we've talked about doing. It's just that was my original idea when I was trying to do Apollo. I was like, I just want to do a magazine and it'll be Apollo City Comics Quarterly.
Yeah,
And it
I
turned into all this.
I decided a few things for gag too because I'm getting it offset print, um, and so I'm able to one make it really cheap, um, and two, it's like I decided like for low income folks that the book's free, and if you're a comic book store or any kind of radical space or whatever, that if you want a bunch of copies, you can, you get them for free too, as long as you hand them out to people for free. um I just ask that you pay, those shops pay postage, but it's more about trying to get that stuff out there and get people to read and interact, and walk into your local comic book shop and pick up a free comic magazine.
Hmm. Yep. I love that. That's really smart. I think we all got started focusing, dude. There was a whole color filled in the wrong spot.
Dude, okay, so I was scanning my Spilding, or my Spilled Inktober pieces today,
Uh,
and I scanned them all in, and then I was starting to format them on my file, and I made a mistake and clicked Control Z, that I was still tabbed into the file folder that had like all the scans on it, and it just deleted the entire folder when I
oh my
clicked
god.
Control Z.
Oh man.
What?
And I was like, what why in file folder, if I click Control Z, does it just delete the entire thing and then makes it unrecoverable? It doesn't even go to like the trash bin or anything. It's just boop, gone. So then I had
That's
to like
insane.
rescan them all in and finish formatting. And I was like, what the hell? Why is that even a function?
That is insane. That I would cry. Literally cry. That happened to me when I was doing a short film once. My hard drive like just locked up while we were like wrapping up edits and everything was saved onto the hard drive. And
Yeah,
I was
dude.
just like I couldn't crack it.
I opened up my computer the other day and it wouldn't let me log in. So I restarted my computer, and when I opened it back up, it was completely wiped. and it was just like Windows pushing some stupid update, and then I restarted it again, and all my stuff was back. But definitely like a heart attack, freaking out that literally all my
Mhm.
files were gone. So I got to do a backup soon.
I gotta do that for this computer. I've ever since I got my new computer, I haven't done anything like that. I've just been going at it. So it's not good for what we do.
No, but I figure, look, like you're probably pretty safe in terms of Apollo stuff because I back up all the Apollo publishing files that I do.
Yeah,
You know,
all of our scripts are on a drive in a
so
sense.
I have all the print files and the digital files and all of that stuff, and um, in case anything ever happens.
Oof. I'm making some progress on these panels today.
I'm stuck doing a lot of weird lettering. That's what today is.
Uh, I should have lowered that. Uh, oh well. Oh well, it's too late. I drew too much of it out. Yeah, it's kind of interesting doing like images for a month and then switching just straight to pages. Like there was no break. It's like a different type of grind too.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's, yeah, I have these 4 pages. I had another. Oh, and then I get to go back to my projects. I need to finish formatting some stuff and make some zines. I have all this stuff on my computer. I just got to edit them and then print them out. But I just haven't gotten to the editing. How much do you tweak your guys' stuff on the computer, like Bob and Eric?
Not that much. Like if I'm doing traditional
Yeah,
inks, like, yeah, I won't do much at all.
yeah, I don't do that either.
I'll clean it up if I find like little like pencil marks I didn't erase. It's not really tweaking, but yeah. Yeah, so far I haven't really done too much.
Yeah, I'm the same way. The erased pencil marks. That's about it.
That's dope. And then yeah, I use black lead. I got really into blue line, but
My blue line just broke on me, so I gotta switch to regular.
Do you erase the pencils on your originals?
Yep.
I
Usually.
do, yeah. Unless it's blue line. If it's blue line, I leave it.
But yeah, I'll erase it just because it's like when I'm inking, like sometimes I usually do follow my pencil lines, but every once in a while I'll go rogue and try something different, and the original pencil lines at times won't really jive with what I've got, so yeah, I do try to
Gotcha.
clean them up.
I like kind of tighten stuff up just because like um my pencil lines, it's hard for me to see it clearly. Like my brain just needs to see it completely clear. That was a cool crash, whatever that was.
Yeah, probably my house. Kids are stomping upstairs.
So how is it balancing like art life, being a parent too?
It's hard because like it's with art. Like I always think about it. Like I never stop thinking about it. It's like, oh man, I can't wait to get to like the next page of Avalon or whatever. And but you can't get to it until like you've got like dinner cooked or kids put to bed or like whatever. Parent teacher interviews, which we did have tonight. It's like, so it's always on mind, and it's like I obsess over this stuff, but I have to be disciplined. And yeah, kids always come first for sure. So it's for sure hard. It is hard. But I also think it's cool for kids to see you do your thing, like to see you like happy doing your art, and they get to see you do well with things like that. And I don't know, it's just good exposure for them.
That's cool. I see that.
Yeah.
You kind of have to show them that there's more than just like coming home. You know what I mean? Like you could still enjoy stuff and do things, and
Yeah.
like
Totally.
picking up a hobby is the best thing. I mean, we've been talking about hobbies all night. It's like it helps shape us and shape our influences and what we become. Like
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's harder as like maybe as like a parent now than when we were kids too. Like we would just go outside and do stuff, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, I
Like
do think it is harder, but I mean, I don't know. It does feel like it's harder.
like we were like bedroom kids, and now kids are more like living room kids in a sense. Like you're either like in your room with your imagination and maybe a TV, if maybe,
Yeah.
or you're outside, you know?
Yeah, I was outside all the time as a kid. Well, both. Yeah, both things.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Turning my bikes like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so it's hard to find a balance in the sense that like I just freaking love making comics. Like I love the art, and I wish I could do it more, but it's like you just can't. You kind of have your limits, and you work around that.
Yeah, it's do you think it's harder to like keep like kids from doing something that's like more interactive like art, music now?
Um, do you mean like my kids or just kids in general? Like,
I guess like it maybe both from what you've observed.
uh, there's just so many distractions nowadays, like with all the screens and everything. That is like something I think about all the time, and I try to kick my kids off tech as much as possible to like my son is a crazy musician. He's so freaking good, and it's like, dude, like get off Minecraft, go go develop your ability to play the piano or whatever. Yeah, so it's hard in that sense because it's like there's so much tech around them, and it's so hard to get away from it. And like the reality is, like you get so tired coming home after work. Like I already, so I'm a teacher, I think high school, but like it feels like a lot of the times what I do is almost parenting too at school nowadays.
Mm.
Just like there's like big social gaps, I think, that we probably didn't have growing up. And now you get tired out anyway. So sometimes it's easier to let your kids chill out on the TV and watch some shows for a bit or play Minecraft or like whatever.
I think the biggest thing is like, I'm not a parent, but like just from what I what I experience and then what I know, right? And is that like um instilling like ambition and then instilling some sort of like friction into their lives where you know like um I guess like an example would be, you know, it's like, oh, we're not ordering DoorDash for dinner, right? We're gonna cook dinner, and
Yeah.
you guys are gonna like help, you know, with whatever part
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Um, because like there's plenty of people that I know, you know, that like their whole life is playing video games or you know ordering stuff online to eat or you know and they're happy with that being their life and that's fine. I think I'm a different kind of person, you know. I do comics that take me years to finish and like I'm dedicated to doing those and have like a million projects going on at once, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just
Uh,
it's a different life. um and I don't think that it's I guess I you know I'm not trying to pass any judgment. I think that there's different lives for different people. I can't comprehend not constantly having projects to do, you know.
and that's what I talk about, like what I meant by like the obsession, right? Like you never stop thinking about it, like never. You're always thinking about the project you're doing, or maybe like the next thing you want to do, and it, like what you're saying too, like you're gonna live with that project for a long time, and there's a whole lot to be said about finishing something, like
Yeah.
seeing it through from start to finish. That like, you know, the feeling of pride, satisfaction, like all that good stuff. Yeah, that's huge. It's funny because we were just saying that to our kid the other day because we noticed he wasn't as dedicated with some of his creative pursuits, and we're like, well, what are your values? Like, what do you value? So we had a big lecture about his values.
That's
Maybe a
funny.
bit heavy-handed with it, but it's like, okay, these are your values. Let's hold true to those. So
Well,
how
and
do
it's I also think it's fine, you know, if like you have like part of your values is that you really like to play video games, you know.
sure, yeah,
Like that's totally fine. But if you also have a value that's like I want to get really good at guitar, you know,
right, right,
then
and
like
like
you
make your
gotta you
actions
gotta think
guide.
about it and like analyze your life and yourself and like figure out what you want to do.
Yeah,
I think that's like the hardest part, you know, sometimes with anything like that is the discipline. Like it's you know, everyone has ideas, but making those ideas fruition is like so fucking hard, dude. Like and not even hard in the sense of like, man, I gotta learn how to draw. You know what I mean? Or I gotta write and you gotta write the story, you gotta draw. Like that part is easy. It's getting you to do those things and sit there for like what Max is saying for years,
yeah,
months working on one thing. You know, like that instant gratification is not a thing with I mean, like I said, it took me 5 years to really get good at bass. To where I
yeah,
was like, oh yeah, I'm a bassist. Like I could do
Well,
that.
and that's what I was talking about with friction, right? It's like we need a little bit of like difficulty and like struggle in our lives in order to like develop problem solving and critical thinking skills and like not just be like dopamine machines, you
yeah,
know?
Yeah.
Like um I I stopped using Spotify like a long time ago. I stopped using Spotify. Um and I started like having to rip all my CDs and you know, download music online and do all of like my tagging of genres and naming tracks and stuff like that. And I do it all manually. And it makes me like appreciate my music collection a lot more and stuff rather than just like going on Spotify and like streaming it. And like my music sounds way better too, now,
Oh
which is
yeah,
awesome.
it's crazy, dude. How bad Spotify sounds when you realize it, dude. Like it's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. And so but like that's like a time sink and a struggle to do that. You know, it's way easier to pay the $10 a month and just search whoever I want to listen to and listen to
You
it.
kind of you kind of remember music and bands a lot more that way too. Like you put
Yeah,
the time and energy and effort, and like you kind of you listen to them a little deeper. Like you appreciate some of that stuff a bit more.
Yeah, I remember back when I had my CD player, and I was all about the CDs, and you go through like all the lyrics and everything. Like you'd open it up, and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Have you guys seen that CD player that like is it's transparent, so it's like in some sort of like glass or plastic like casing, and you could actually see the CD spin. It's like more like tactile, like kind of like the same concept as vinyl, right? Where you can see it spin.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks really
Cool.
cool. It's like, oh man, I wish I still had my CD collection. I sold it like I don't know, I want to say like almost 10 years ago.
I only have
yeah,
a handful that have survived over the years, you know.
yeah. I keep thinking about like because my mom still has like all of our old iPods and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I keep thinking that like maybe I'll snag one and like try and figure out how to do a battery replacement on it or whatever and configure it as a fun little project. But I don't know if I'll actually do it. I think it's probably going to be a pain in the butt.
Be kind of fun though. Yeah, it'd be fun to find an old iPod and see what I have on there. And it sucks because I don't know, streaming is a whole mess of stuff. But I don't know. I'm buying physical like CDs and albums. It just you just resonated, it just stuck to you so much better. You put the energy in like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this 70 times this week because I spent my only $20 on this.
Well, and like people pay like what 10-15 bucks a month for Spotify.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so if you
I
bought
pay for I pay dude for because I pay for Apple Music for my dad and my grandparents. I
uh-huh.
don't even use Apple Music. But it's 18 something a month for the family sharing plan. Like that's
Okay, so then if you bought an album a month,
yeah,
how much music would you have?
right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and you'd own that, and you have a cool object and like be connected to that thing, and yeah,
Yeah.
So all the tactile physical stuff, right? Like is it gonna come back? Just like with art, right? Like
it's
you
That,
go for
yeah.
the physical stuff that you could actually have, hold in your hand, right? Like I personally like I love looking at my boards when I'm done. I don't know.
oh yeah. Yeah. No, that's why I was even thinking with this piece, like, doing these pencils digitally, I might print them out and ink them because I want
You know
this.
what I do think though is that I think I do kind of think that we're in the minority. You know,
You like
like
wanting like the physical stuff, you mean?
yeah, or just in a lot of like our opinions and takes because we're all artists,
Right.
and we kind of like put ourselves in like an artist bubble where we talk to a lot of other artists and
Oh, when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, hands down.
and
I
so I think that actually a much greater percentage of the population is happy to have digital book collections and digital music collections and don't really care. They're happy to get rid of the objects.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Yeah.
yeah, I hard agree. Sadly. But I mean, because I guess like with other stuff we were talking about, like it makes sense for them, like
Well, and I bet you wish your comic collection was digital when you moved 3 times in a year.
dude, I honestly I mostly read digital shit now. Like unless it's a Kickstarter book, like Well, I mean, granted, I torrent my pull list on Wednesdays, so like I'll that's all on my iPad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
getcomics.com helps out. Um, but it's like if it's easier for me. You know what I mean? Like if I'm just gonna be like, I have to, if I'm gonna sit down and read something, I want to be like on my couch with a cup of coffee and like a vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's like when I put on a vinyl or something. I want to enjoy it. Like I want to be able to like really appreciate it. And like lately when I'm reading, I'm just reading to just like get through something or catch up or just for quick entertainment, you know? So like the iPad's perfect. But was that better? You know what I mean? Because I'm really just blasting through stuff. I'm sure if I sat down and read those things, I'd appreciate them a lot more.
Oh yeah, or checking out ads and like design
Yeah.
work and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
or how the book feels, it like,
Yeah.
to me, I absorb so much of that and incorporate it into whatever I'm working on.
Um I don't know too. Yeah, I mean, it's been hard for me to have the focus for like reading in general lately, and it's really sad. I kind of hate it. Like, I don't know um, why it's been harder for me to like, out of all things, read and like appreciate that stuff. Like, I'm not giving myself the time and patience to like, oh yeah, you could just do this. You don't got to work on something. You can relax and do this, you know? And reading's a relaxing activity for me. That's a personal issue. That's a
No, I feel you though. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm very much a like, I've got a lot of that like workaholic in me, where I'm always working on something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be art or comics or whatever. Like, it could even just be that I'm busy working on like doing dishes, or like I rearranged like our bookshelf
yeah,
this weekend,
yeah.
because I was moving stuff around to fit in another piece of furniture. So like, I spent hours doing that, and I was exhausted, and then I had to go like make dinner and do all sorts of other stuff. And so just like telling myself like, yeah, you can sit on the daybed and like take a nap or like read your whatever. I
It's
think
hard to give
it's
yourself
important.
permission to do that. You have to really,
Yeah.
and it's a thing to work on, but I don't know. I need to bounce back to it. And also, like, I don't listen to audiobooks or podcasts as much. One, I fried out on podcasts for a bit. I need to start listening to them again. I just fried out. But audiobooks I used to listen to all the time when I worked at Aldi. Um, because it was super easy to listen to audiobooks all day, and podcasts. But like working from home, I feel like it's harder for me to listen to an audiobook than ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all like in seasons, and I mean, also like when we started this conversation, Apollo released 20 titles this year. Like, there's a reason why I haven't.
Right. Yeah. Burnout's a real thing. Like when you only have so much time to like do those things that you love, like you're gonna be pretty damn selective about what you're gonna do. But yeah, everything Max you were saying about that too, like even doing like chores or like whatever, rearranging stuff, like that totally speaks to me. Like absolutely.
And like all that stuff comes before like comics.
Yeah.
Sometimes I that's not true. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna let the dishes pile up. And I'm just gonna do my thing. But a lot of times it's like, we're gonna take care of the house first and take
Yeah,
care of family or go support whoever. Like,
which
at
is
least I
why we
try
show
to.
up.
I try
That's why
to.
we show up here every Thursday night to make sure we. Oh Jesus Christ, booby! To draw. Hi, baby. I love you. Love it. Love it. Booby will either like headbutt me till I kiss him. He'll bite my pen tip, or he'll just start licking my hand. All of those things are hard to do while I draw and do a podcast. Booby. He's like, but I'm awake now. Ow, dude. Or he started biting my hair ties on my wrist. He just like really fights me on this stuff. Home size. Come here, baby. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. One of those times. Uh, I think, finding your people in your community and stuff like this thing, that's why we do the show is also like let each other know that we kind of struggle with the same issues like that, but also like create a space where we could at least stop whapping me, at least kind of do work together and feel like we all made some progress this week.
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, like lately for sure this has been like I actually like having this show on Thursdays is helping me like be like, oh, I should like make progress on this again before I like come back
Yeah,
to it because it means that
yeah.
it's been a week since I've touched this piece, you know? But this has been like my time to like work on these pages and do these things, you know. I just
Oh
haven't
yeah.
been having the chance.
I mean, I sent Max the page. I'll show you guys real fast. This is what I've been working on the last couple of weeks on the show. It was this page right here?
Oh, nice.
It was the corn. Remember the corn?
Yeah, I
It's the
remember the
corn.
corn.
The
Zoom in on the corn.
corn.
Let's see that.
Yeah, it's the corn stuff right there, dude.
Here we go. Nice.
Yeah. I added the crane behind the White House.
Whoa, what's going on with those heads? Let's see those.
Oh yeah, so that's like the eyes. So like they're like standing there here. Ooby, dude, I can't see what I'm showing them. And then the dude's grabbing them right there. So it's like,
Right
bam.
on.
It's the next panel. Yeah. That's page 1. Doing page 2 now. I actually did all of this tonight, so I'm really happy with myself. Just to at least start this. Booby.
Nice.
Bro, I'm gonna beat you. The show has 10 minutes. 10 minutes, my guy. 8 minutes. 3 minutes, and then we do sign-offs. That was a super chill night. It's kind of that's the thing about doing the show too. Sometimes is that like, we're doing 2 hours every Thursday. You gotta find bro. Oh my god, I can't even fight my cat right now. uh, Keeping the energy up is probably my biggest struggle with the show after a long week. I love Thursdays because it's like towards the end. My Fridays are super chill because of that. But like keeping the energy up to like do the show is the only difficult thing. Look at I'm like trying to like draw and this cat is scribbling. There we go. My god, dude. I just have bite marks at the end of my pencils now because of this cat. Not because of like me. You know how like kids would do that in like elementary, you just bite your pen tips?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It looks like I still do that. Dude, bro. That's also why this show is so chill. It's kind of more like a support show than like an actual podcast. It's more
I was
of
gonna
a
say this week was therapy week, man.
yeah. We
It's been good.
I'm gonna fight you, dude. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're on what, episode 73 of this?
Damn, dude. Year and a half.
Year and a half. And Inspired Inc. is on episode 83. I think it's only 10 episodes ahead. Cats, Comics, and Coffee is coming back in like a couple of weeks. We're just building up a lot of content from all the books I received. That show is ridiculous. That's like That the fact that that show even exists is great. It's probably my favorite one right now too. But yeah, this is the show that it's more about discipline and showing up every week than it is about putting on a show. Like
Yeah.
this is just community support.
Absolutely. Yeah, that discipline part of it, man, that's huge. Just trying to stay committed, and that's another cool thing about this show.
It's honestly super easy. Like now that like I do it every week, like
Uh,
it's just ritual and habit, like
Yeah.
it's not difficult to come on and just like draw for a little bit and talk and hang out. Like it's pretty nice actually. I'm super happy that I get to do it.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I feel you for sure, man. Like that's I don't know, even just yeah, my experience here, like third time on the show, I think. But yeah, it's always chill. It's great.
I think that's the
I
thing
always
about
have a
it
good time.
too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean it's meant to be. I don't know. I at first, you kind of want to format it to be like, Inspired Ink is like nonstop and upbeat, and I try to keep the convos going. This one's just more like, you know what? We're drawing, so you get it. And if you were like an outsider watching it, it's probably a different vibe if you're not drawing. But those people who do draw along with it, I get the best feedback ever from them. They get it. Like, yeah, it's hard. Plus, it's better seeing an outcome at the end of an episode more than anything sometimes. Oh, God.
Or like I like it too because sometimes I'll like post something or show somebody something, and they'll be like, "Wow, that's awesome." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can go like watch me draw it." Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a record that I've done this, and you can see what actually like went into doing this piece.
Dude, that's what's crazy. Like, I looked at my Inktober sketches from the last 2 years to this year, and I was like, whoa, I did level up. There was advancement. And this shows like an entire record of my drawing history, basically.
Oh, that's right. That's why I say every time I'm on, like you got to do some sort of like reel or something like that to show your progression.
I really do. I gotta put the time in and do that.
But yeah, that's another one of those things, right? It's more time.
Especially social media time, because I'm just like, I just get so annoyed. Just like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Or like the controls like get wonky if it messes up on you, and you're just like, you know what? I just give up. I just give up.
You're like 2 hours into a reel, like, oh, okay, we're done.
Yeah, dude, you feel like you would. I mean, and that's the thing. I guess it's you're always trying to be productive or do something. It's like, I feel like I'm just wasting time trying to figure that stuff out than I am actually like producing something.
Yeah. My
I guess
social
because it's social
media,
media and not like a tangible video. I feel like if it was a tangible
right?
video, I'd be like, oh, I should put some time into it. Like Cats, Comics, and Coffee, I put like a solid 45, almost an hour into editing those because it's like almost a 5 minute thing I cut down into like, you know, 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm editing all my ums and like weird sentences or stuff like that. And
Right.
I cut that down, but that feels like tangible, but like a reel to me. I'm just like, why did I do this?
Because it gets views.
Yeah.
No, that's the problem. Is but yeah, I've fallen off the map for stuff like that. I got to do more, but I just want to make stuff, and it gets in the way of
Probably,
that.
I think, like with my role now with CWS, there's been a lot of cool changes in the, behind the scenes. I'll actually be making more content and asking people to make content, which is going to be great. When you're wearing too many hats, it's just not a hat that fits well while you're trying to do 20 other things.
Yeah.
It's odd how
Yeah.
social media literally is a job, dude. Like shit
I,
works.
you know, and like I talk about this all the time too, right? It's like it's all about your mindset going into social media,
Yeah.
So it's like if you're if you understand that like all that polished stuff that you're seeing on Instagram is like because teams of people are working on it and like you're just like a guy,
Yeah. That's
like
it too. That's what I've had to come to peace with. Like, it's
yeah.
like, okay, I know it's not going to look like that because I don't have the equipment, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources.
But like
Like,
with time, it will look like that because you're making habit out of it, and you're gonna learn the better practices, and like you're
oh
gonna
yeah,
pick up like natural senses of cinematography and like all sorts of stuff. So it all comes back to like habit and just like being okay doing the thing, even if it's like not
hmm,
exactly what you want.
That's true.
it's very true, hands down. And with that, Max, why don't you tell us what you worked on tonight and give us your links and shout outs?
Yeah, I'm working on this big 365 panel, 18 by 24, one page experimental comic. What a pitch, or what a jumble of words right there. And you can find me at Art of MF on Instagram, and you can go to my website, artofmf.com, or check out my comics and my fish prints on murderofmagpies.org. Um, and keep an eye out because Gag is about to be sent to the printers, so that's going to be up for sale soon. And finishing formatting this spilled ink screen printed zine, so that's also going to be printed up and up for sale soon. So if you want to keep an eye out for those, that'd be cool.
Love it, dude. Eric, throw us your Kickstarter pitch and let us know where else we can find you, what you're up to.
All right, so the current Kickstarter is up right now. It's called Baron Templar versus Count Dracula. Well, Baron Templar versus Dracula, minus the Count. I actually have it here. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
That's
I can't wait to get that,
that's
dude.
cover A. That's
Hell
cover A, and
yeah.
then we got a variant with the new character Harker, a new variant cover with him on it, and and a black, white, and red edition that has an alternate cover as well.
That's what I
So
got.
if anybody's interested, go check it out. It's pretty cool, I would say, if I don't say so myself. So that's the current Kickstarter. The page I was working on tonight was a page for Baron Templar #4. So just to be clear, that is not Baron Templar #4. It's like more of a horror one shot. This is the actual #4, and that's going to come out pretty soon. I'm about 10 pages in on that. Um, Future Vision Comics has a convention this weekend. If you're from New Jersey and you're in the area, we're going to be at Garden State Comic Fest in Vineland. It's 2 days. It's Saturday and Sunday of this month, obviously. So we'll be there. We're on all forms of social media, minus TikTok. So we're on Threads, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're on Global Comics. If you're interested in digital comics, we're on Global Comics. And yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. So a lot of things going on, but that's about it.
You gotta get on that comics.one platform. I think you guys would dig it a lot.
I actually wrote that down when you mentioned it, so I'm gonna check it out.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, definitely check them out. They're good people. The guy who's running it, it's all independent focused. They're not gonna bring other, bigger publishing companies. They're very, very focused on the community, and I really respect that. So definitely check out
Awesome.
comics.one. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff. They might even sponsor the show a little bit, which would be great. So I could
Awesome.
make a couple bucks. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll put some supplies into this. But yeah, the great platform. Bob, why don't you give us your sign off?
So this is a page from Avalon. I'm working on this with Alex Batts. Cyberpunk title coming out fairly soon. This is, I can't remember what page this is. I only have a few more pages left. So you could find progress updates on my work here on bob.little.art. That's my handle on Instagram mostly. I'll try to increase my presence on TikTok, but yeah, mostly just Instagram. And I'm always posting updates. I'll probably post a picture of what I did here tonight as well. And but yeah, Avalon, check it out, coming out soon.
Love it, dude. But yeah, and thanks for everyone for tuning in. Keep up with some of our updates. We're actually doing a virtual con Black Friday weekend. Lots of announcements coming about that. If you want to be on one of the panels we've created, shoot us a message. I've dropped the link in a few places, so please apply if you haven't. I know a lot of people, Roman's on it. I'm super hyped to see what panel Roman signed up for. So I'm super excited for that coming up Black Friday weekend. We're actually doing a Spilled Ink that Friday night, a Black Friday, 7 to 9 p.m., different time, different day. So it'll be kind of fun for that. And then we got some cool announcements regarding POD coming soon and some just crazy stuff in general. It's always insane. But don't forget to check out Policy Comics at policycomics.com. That's it tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and just like Inspired Ink, I'm gonna play the right ending at the very end. There we go.